I've added a little bit to these directions to make it clear, not ambiguous. A man and a woman standing 3.5 miles apart spot a hot air balloon between them in the air at the same time. If the angle of elevation from the man to the balloon is 27 degrees and the angle of elevation from the woman to the balloon is 41 degrees, find the altitude to the nearest foot. Okay, so here's the man, and over here's the woman, and this is 3.5 miles. Well, we got issues because we want altitude in feet. So let's convert this miles to feet. So there's 5,280 feet in a mile. So we'll multiply that out, and we have 18,480. Now that is feet. Okay, the angle of elevation from the man to the balloon is 27 degrees. From the woman to the balloon is 41 degrees. So we want to find the height of this balloon. And height's always measured off the perpendicular there. Okay, as we look to see what we have here to get at the h, first of all, I see that if I could find this side over here, x, it's the hypotenuse of a right triangle, and then I would be able to get at the h. So we need to take 2 steps to get at that height. First, we're going to find that x, and we're going to do that by looking at the outer triangle, the big triangle here, and using the law of sines. So x over the sine of 27, which is the side opposite x when we're looking at the big triangle, equals, and we've got an angle and a side opposite pair. No, we don't. We have 18,480, but we don't have this angle up here, but we could find it because we have the other two. So 180 degrees minus 27 minus 41 will leave us with 112 degrees. So now we do have an angle side opposite at pair, 18,480 over sine of 112. Okay, so we can find x if we multiply this sine 27 over here to the other side, and then we can put that in the calculator, and we'll take that to 1 decimal place. So 18,480 times sine 27 divided by sine 112, looks like that's 9048.6, and remember that's in feet. So we now have x. And so if we take x now and we look at this right triangle right here, we know the side x, and that's the hypotenuse of that triangle, and we've got an angle in there, 41, and we want to find a side h. So let's connect that up with right triangle trig. The sine of 41 degrees equals opposite h over hypotenuse x, but x was 9048.6. So the height, and we're going to round it to the nearest foot, is going to be sine 41 times this 9048.6. And it looks like we get 5,936 feet to the nearest foot.